Hi, my name is Noro Abaseki. I'm going to walk you through this Dart Code Labs and getting started with the Dart Auth0 SDK. We know authentication is a critical component of any modern application, ensuring that only authorized users can access protected features and data. Now, in order for us to walk through and follow these Dart Code Labs, there are some prerequisites. You need to have Flutter installed and the Dart SDK installed in a local machine. You need to have a basic knowledge of the Dart programming language. At the Auth0 dashboard now, I've registered for Auth0 dashboard and I've onboarded and I'm logged in. For you, if you've not created a written application, you can create on here. But I already have an application, so I'll go to my applications. I'll go to my application and I'll go to my app. So there are some things you need to take note of. You absolutely need to take careful note of your specific domain, your unique client ID, and you also need to have all of your allowed callback URLs readily available and correctly configured. You absolutely need to have these specific designated allowed callback URLs and also your allowed logout URLs. These are crucial for the proper and secure functioning of your application. You need to have those installed. So once you have those installed, let's go to our dependencies that we're going to use. You're supposed to have an Auth0 Dart Auth SDK installed, Flutter secure storage for storing our user data, HTTP for HTTP requests, Flutter.env, URL launcher to launch our default browser to clear the auth session on the browser and redirect back. So we need to have these dependencies installed, and we also need to have these assets. You then need to create a .env file. Once you create that, then add those secrets. So some things we need to do, we need to go to our Android apps source main and Android manifest.xml. You need to include this XML tag here for the callback to function correctly. This particular tag acts as both the primary callback handler and also manages the logout callback process, ensuring a complete and secure interaction. So we also need to have this tag here for URL launcher to open browser. Then, as we have for Android, we also go to app for iOS. So we go to runner.info.plist, you scroll down. You should definitely have this essential tag included on your info plist file. And also this particular one is crucial for the URL launcher functionality to work correctly. You should have this installed and added to your XML file. So let's go to our live folder. Navigate to our config folder. So we have to have this environment variable set in our .env file. Now let's go to our model file. This is our user profile that has the email name, picture, ID, the sub ID, the access token, and the rest. So let's go to our auth service. Auth service, this is our auth service class. That's so our service class now handles both everything. It handles the logout, login. So this is login, this is sign up. So this is past login errors, and this is past sign up errors. So this is where we store the token functions as well as the login functions. We check if the user is logged into the application. This is the logout function. So go to the screen. This is our login screen that is being used for both the sign off and sign in page. So you can see create accounts, welcome back if the user is signed in. So you can see sign up to get started or sign in to continue. So this is the where the login or register screen is. And this is the home screen where it's being redirected. After successful signing that we showed the user profile, then we can also log out from here. So after these screens, we should go to the main.dart. So in this main.dart file, we are loading our env variables. You should make sure that this script is here to load our .env variables for the app to load properly. So now it's time for testing. So this is our application that's already running. And let's try to sign in, but we've not created an account. But we should try and sign in and see the error that it gives to us. So it's saying invalid email or password. So let's go to sign in and let's try a password that is less than the required characters and see the error. Now let's sign up. So it's saying that, so this is the error that is gotten from the backend. So we should put a strong password. Let's do it again. So it directed me to the sign-in page. We'll sign in with the password. And it redirects to the home screen. So it has your profile information. So that's email ID and refresh token. So we can log out if we want to, where it will redirect to the browser and then redirect back to our application. So that's it for our application. So let's go to user management on our Auth0 dashboard and see the user. So we can see the user here and the last login and the latest login a few seconds ago. So in this guide, we have explored how to implement authentication in our Flutter application using Auth0 code. With the Dart Auth0 SDK and just a few configurations and clean code, you can easily integrate login and logout functionality in your Flutter project. Reach out at support.intellitoggle.com.